right, Trinity. So, it looks like right here in your sheet, you're saying you're trying to keep up with your work. Have you been keeping up with your work in class?
No.
Okay, so what are you going to do differently for the next 5 weeks?
Keeping up with my work.
Okay, so same goal, but we want to make sure we get that done. All right, so if we look at criterion A, we have 2 A's and we have 1 missing. What are you missing? You didn't do your project.
But that was that poster?
Yeah. What happened?
It's right there. I ain't finished it.
Okay, you
I'm
want
about
to
to do it.
You want to make sure you have that done because by it being a summative, that's worth 20% of your grade. So you want to make sure you get that in. So for knowing and understanding, you got 2 A's and a missing. So tell me why you feel like you should be at an 80.
I don't know, because I can get that in. So that's why I'm going to do it today.
Okay. And then so if you look at over here, looking at that rubric, where do you feel that you fall?
Probably like a B.
Okay. So also to you know that the summatives are worth a little bit higher, so you just want to make sure that you get your stuff in on time. All right. So the next one is criterion B. So we have a 60 right here.
Yeah, because it's 250s right there.
We'll do a 65, just so it's not too low. Because how do you feel you do with your investigation when like you're gathering your evidence for your research?
Good. I don't think I just don't turn it in.
Yeah, you just gotta make sure you hit submit. Okay. Criteria C, with a 70.
What's that? Is these 50s connected to that
Yes,
poster?
that's all connected to the poster.
So I'm gonna turn it in. So
You should have been turned that in. All right, criterion C, that's communication. So tell me why you feel that you should be at about a 3-4, a 70.
because I didn't do it. So
Okay. So how you turned that in, you probably would have been a little bit higher. So you
Yeah.
see why you got to turn your stuff in on time?
yeah.
Okay. And then critical thinking, criterion D, that's where you explain how your evidence supports your answers. So that is the pink one right here. So you said a 70?
Yeah, probably like a C. Because I don't know, I can't explain that well.
It's something that a lot of people they kind of struggle with. So, all right. So right now we are at a 77. It's from that project.
I'm about to do it.
Don't fall behind on your current stuff trying to catch up with your old work, okay?
All right.
All right, thank you. All right, Melanie. So your goal, same as last time, right? You want to do a C or above?
Yeah.
All right, so anything that's passing. So right now we're at a 6. And then you didn't turn in your project. What happened with the project with the presidential candidate? That was the one when you had to Kamala Harris or Trump. Which one best suits what the youth need for this country? You worked on it for about a week. And then you did the research for it on 2011. You just had to do a flyer or some sort.
Oh, was it the one that I kept like saying? It wasn't the one that I always like lose the file?
Was that the one that you were losing all the time?
Was it the one that we
It
used
wasn't
to
save, yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't. Didn't you do like a Google Sites or something else to replace of it?
I don't know what happened to that.
Okay, but I remember you saying you were working on that too.
It was
right?
that one, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was
I
it.
don't know what happened to it.
If you want to look for that and see if you can find that or something or other, so we can change that. So that's pretty much what hurt your grade. Because everything else, you did really well on it. So you definitely met that goal that you made last time. So I'm seeing a lot of A's on here. So that's excellent actually. All right. So for criterion A, so we have 2 A's and we have that 1 missing from the project. So tell me what grade do you feel you should be at for knowing and understanding? For knowing and understanding.
What's it?
You want me to go over the rubric with you?
Probably like a 5 because
5, 6.
I know how some of the assessments they were like 20% of your grade,
The summative assessments, yeah.
I'm pretty sure even if I try saying, yeah, can I have a 6 because it's just 2 A's and 1 F, I feel like if it's a summative assessment, it's just gonna weight more.
Yeah, it does weight more. So you said right here about a 5, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's about fair. That's about where you are at.
And that goes for the same for B and C.
Criterion B. All right. So it's kind of like the same thing also, right? And so, because I mean, this one right here, it shows that like your knowing and understanding is strong. Your investigation skills are strong. So you gathering your evidence, communication as well. So when you're communicating your ideas, it doesn't have to be just speaking. Though I do notice that you're speaking a little bit more lately, so that's good. No? Not really. You're talking a little bit more to people. All right. So for criterion D, we have 295. That's where you explain how your evidence supports your ideas.
Yeah, they're 2 A's.
So you want to do a 6 for that?
A 7.
You want to do a 7?
Yeah.
Well, 7 is 100.
I thought it was an 8.
7, 8 is 100. A 6 is a 95. So you got your percentage up, which is good. So you are meeting your goal. Is there anything I can do to help you maintain this goal, since that is your goal? You're good. Okay. All right. So you gotta set keep it up, okay?
Safe.
All right. So morning. So I see your goal here is to do better in this class. So when you say do better, like what do you mean by doing better?
Like doing my work on time.
So turning your work in on time.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that something that you're gonna remember that?
Yeah.
The next 5 weeks. Okay. So turn in the work in on
Oh,
time.
for my report card, it's gonna be
Yeah, because that report card, this your GPA too.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure that you get that in. All right. So for knowing and understanding, where do you feel that you fall? So I see that you put an 85 in here. So why do you feel that you should be at an 85 for knowing and understanding?
Because of my percentages. I got a 95, a 50, and a 95.
Okay.
So I feel like somewhere in the middle between that.
Okay. And then so do you feel, so like if we're using this rubric right here, so if we you say about a 5, so do you feel like your knowledge when it comes to like migration and immigration, so do you feel like your knowledge is adequate, meaning like it's decent, or do you feel like it's substantial, like you know a good amount, or right here like it's very detailed, do you know so much that you could probably even help me teach the class?
I know a good amount.
You know a good amount? Okay. All right. So criterion B, we got 2 missing.
I ain't even paid. I was so looking at myself. I didn't even know that I didn't do one of my summative.
Yeah, that was
That's
a big
what brought
one.
me down.
Yeah, that summative that was. So, just kind of check your grades regularly too,
Yeah,
just so you can see.
I'm like, I did 2011, but I didn't do 2015.
Okay. Well,
I forgot about that.
And 2015 was based on 2011. So if you did
Yeah, I
2011,
should have did that, but I don't know. I forgot.
you've been kind of distracted too this past few.
Yeah, because I was having bad school because like my auntie got past birthday coming up, so it's like
Yeah, that's hard. I know. Especially if you're not gonna talk about it, it's probably gonna make me sad too. So, okay. I get it. I guess so. If you ever need time, just let me know. So Miss Corres, just not feeling it today. I need an extension. Just let me know, and then I'll definitely give that to you because you're a human first. All right. So criterion B. So we have 1 B, and then we have 2 missings. So, how well typically do you feel you do when it comes to gathering your information, doing your research, finding evidence to support your ideas? So look at the grades, look at the rubric. Where do you feel that you fall?
like a good 3-4.
About a good 3-4. And why do you feel that you're at a 3-4?
Like, I don't know. I don't feel like I be putting that much work in my communication.
Your communication or your investigation?
My investigation.
Okay, no, it's all good. And then if we follow your goal, then you want to just make sure that you check in what you have, okay? All right, so now for speaking of communication, so that's where you communicate your ideas either verbally or through your work that you do, so it's not just how you speak. So we have 100, then we have 2 missings. So where do you feel that you fall using the grades, using this? The rubric is also on the back. You got somewhere?
Yeah, because I feel like I could do it. I feel like I'd be at like a 5-6 originally if I would have did my work.
Mm-hmm.
But
I haven't did nothing, so like
So that is why. But yeah, so I think too, like the fact that you know that you are capable of doing this, that you can, that's where you should be, but you want to make sure your work demonstrates that.
Okay.
Okay. All right. And then so for the last one is criterion D. So that is where you explain, and the strand that we're focusing on, that's where you explain how your evidence supports your ideas. So how well do you feel your evidence supports your ideas, and how well do you explain that? So we have an A and we have a C. Do you want me to go over this a little bit, or? Okay. So right here where you begin to identify, so it's a simple argument, so you might give your claim, and maybe that's it. Yeah, claim or evidence. This one you give your claim, evidence, and your explanation is pretty basic, right? You don't really connect the two. Right here is where you give your claim, your evidence, and your explanation is pretty good. This one right here is like your claim, evidence, and explanation, and also too when you are explaining, your connections are very clear. It's very thorough. You might even be given like the other perspective too from the other side.
I said 5.
Out of 5. Okay. And why are you out of 5?
I make sure it's not basic, but I be putting my effort into it, so it's not basic. Because with my history, I don't like basic stuff, so it's like I be trying to put more stuff into it.
Yes. So we want to probably work on that a little bit more too, so we can get that. All right. So right now, Ramona, we are at a 74. So depending on how you do on this project, that might bump you up a little bit more. So just make sure you follow that rubric too.
Okay.
Cool. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.